In the 29th year of galactic cycle 9 to 51, the Harkonnen Empire descended upon Earth like gods falling from the sky. Towering warships eclipsed the sun, their metallic hulls etched with ancient symbols that shimmered like stars. The Harkonnen had ruled over 72 star systems with ruthless precision, enslaving thousands of species with surgical dominance. They expected Earth to be no different a primitive world, ripe for easy subjugation. They were wrong. At first, Earth responded with predictable confusion. The United Nations scrambled to translate alien transmissions. Scientists panicked, and militaries took defensive positions. Then came the Harkonnen demand, total surrender. Earth's leaders hesitated, and that, for the Harkonnen, was a mistake. General Thalos of the Harkonnen led the invasion with calculated cruelty. Orbiting Earth, he delivered his ultimatum with a sneer. Bow or burn. He underestimated one thing. Humans don't bow easily. Not without a fight. Not without making someone bleed for a dot. From the ashes of the first orbital bombardment rose the Sentinel Protocol, a global emergency alliance between all nations, militaries, hackers, and even criminals. Nuclear arsenals were unshackled. AI. Defense systems went dark, then reawakened under new, unrestricted warfare modes. The world stopped being divided. It became something worse. Something unified. Something angry. The first retaliation came not from a country, but from a man. Commander Elias Rahim, a former space engineer turned resistance leader, hacked into one of the Harkonnen orbital relays using nothing more than a jury-rigged satellite dish, quantum code injection, and parts from an old microwave. He redirected their own drone fleet onto one of their command frigates, obliterating it in a ball of blue fire, visible from the surface of Africa to the ice caps of Europa. It was the galaxy's first taste of something it had never seen before. Human audacity. In rage, the Harkonnen launched ground assaults in every major city: Tokyo, New York, Sao Paulo, Karachi, Johannesburg, and more. Their war mechs, 10-foot-tall beasts of plasma and steel, stomped through streets. But Earth wasn't unarmed. Guerrilla tactics, ambush, hacked drones, and sheer brutality gave the resistance edge after edge. Humans didn't just fight, they adapted. When the Harkonnen switched to sound-based mind suppression, humans countered with noise-canceling implants built in basements. When mechs deployed heat vision targeting, humans smeared themselves in liquid nitrogen foam. No other species had ever resisted so hard for so long. And then came Detroit. That city, long forgotten, became the crucible of Harkonnen humiliation. A battalion of 500 alien shock troopers was sent to secure it. They never made it out. What happened in Detroit wasn't a battle, it was a message. Human children armed with pipe bombs. Mechanics weaponizing forklifts. A grandmother luring soldiers into a church rigged to explode. Every corner of that city turned into a death trap. When drone footage of the Harkonnen defeat in Detroit leaked onto the galactic hypernet, trillions watched in horror and awe. A species with no spacefaring. Empire had humiliated the galaxy's dominant military force. Primitive? No. Predators. The galactic community, watching from a distance, began to reconsider its view of Earth. The Council of 12, an ancient alliance of peaceful alien races, held emergency meetings. One ambassador from the serene aquatic race, known as the Solari, uttered what will become a historic quote: "The humans are not being invaded. They are being awakened." As Earth's retaliation intensified, they launched Project Black Phoenix. A captured Harkonnen warship, reprogrammed, reforged, and humanized, was sent back into space with a crew of survivors, soldiers, and hackers. They didn't stop at defense, they struck back. The Harkonnen Empire's outer colonies fell one by one, each attacked not by fleets, but by elite strike teams that moved like ghosts and struck like thunder. Entire planets liberated. AI cores corrupted. Empire economies collapsing from within. General Thalos, once the conqueror, now the desperate, called for peace. He offered Earth wealth, planets, Even a seat in the Empire. Elias Rahim responded with a single transmission: Earth bows to no one. And then they burned the Harkonnen capital world. 6 years later, the Galactic Council issued a formal declaration. Humanity is to be considered a Tier 1 species, a designation reserved for civilizations capable of interstellar warfare and strategic domination. Trade treaties flooded in. Alien cultures adapted to human slang, fashion, even cuisine. Humans became legends, sometimes feared, sometimes loved, but never again underestimated. In the bars of distant moons, drunk alien mercs whispered, "Don't mess with Earth. They turned an invasion into an empire." HFY forever. Humanity fought. Humanity rose. The galaxy will never forget.